Man, I'm taking that gorilla. Man, do people know how big them silverback gorillas are? I'm not messing with that. And I know Mike T talked about, well, if I had 100 D Woods, then we would make that bet. Hell no, I'm not doing that.
Gorillas can be the most ruthless animals when provoked. Gorilla strength is estimated to be about 10 times their body weight. Fully grown silverbacks are actually stronger than 20 adult humans combined.
100 men versus 1 gorilla. Why is this a debate? Now, before I even violate some of y'all, let's get a couple of things straight. All of this talk is coming from everybody's own perspective. We all have different mindsets, upbringings, and influences brought upon us as individuals, and it leads to the decisions we make here and now. Some of us have the courage to save a person. Some of us don't. Some of us would fight somebody bigger than us. Some of us won't. Some of us are more prone to defend ourselves in altercations. Some of us will just take it and enact a plan around it for the future. Some of us will talk up when we get the wrong order. And some of us will just take it and eat it like a good boy. I'm sorry for the people who have trouble speaking up. The fact that not one person, not one piece of media has talked about the environment this simulation is taking place at is just concerning. Because some of y'all must think we fighting in a dream or something the way y'all talking. So, this is how it's going to go down. We have to take a couple of factors into account. 1, terms and conditions. 2, the people we are putting in the scenario. 3, the environment. 4, the gorilla itself. And 5, the goal. Alright, I'm not wasting no more time. Let's get this party started. I don't know why I put the Law and Order sound effect. Just work with me. Alright, the terms and conditions are 1, no time limit. 2, anything in the environment could be used to our advantage. And 3, there's no escape. Basic, simple, right? So, the people. We already know it's 100 men, right? But it all depends on who these men are. We're not just picking random niggas off the street. We get to choose who these men are. I don't see nowhere in the debate that it says it had to be a specific type of man. It says men, which means any. Now, with that being said, what type of men are we putting in this situation? Well, of course, they need to have some strength, some smarts, critical thinking skills, so they won't just be jumping in head first with no plan, like how a lot of people for some reason are saying what happened. Now, I don't know what scenarios y'all imagining. Y'all must be thinking of yourselves. But the biggest thing is a mind of steel. People who aren't afraid to die. People who will actually focus on the goal, no matter what's happening to their body, their mind, their spirit. Because, nigga, we know there's going to be casualties. One swipe from a gorilla kills leopards. I think every nigga in the world understands this already. Like, we need people who are willing to risk their lives for this. And if y'all think there's no one in the world that's like that, you got a lot to learn about this world. Look, John Jones already said it. He ready.
I'd love to be one of the 100. I think.
Like, don't y'all understand? What is the scariest quality about a person that's opposing you? No, it's not strength or speed. It is their will. Indomitable spirit. Something or someone that just keeps getting up, keeps coming back for more. That is the scariest thing because they will never give up. They will never stop trying. They will never stop exceeding. It's like a machine being programmed to do one thing. It's dedicated. It has no other objective but to do this certain thing. It doesn't even matter how long it takes them, because even if you defeat them, in the back of your mind, you know they will come back. You know they will always come after you. You know you have competition out there somewhere that's trying to surpass you. It's like that imaginary scenario with the snail that could instantly kill you when it touches you. Yeah, that shit's slow as hell. Yeah, it might be years before it ever touches you, but you ain't gonna be moving all the time. You're gonna be chilling on vacation one day and you just gonna see the snail moving slow as hell, and that's when your heart jumps. I literally don't even have to explain this. It's all over TV, media, anime, movies, articles, and books. Willpower is the one thing we all have, and that's the one thing that could get us through anything. That's why a smaller person could beat up a bigger person. That's why a person who works really hard could overshadow a talented person. Let me just give you a superhero example. Why do you think Wolverine is so popular? Yeah, he's damn near unkillable, but it's his willpower that makes him so feared. Why do you think he's so troublesome to powerful characters like the Hulk? You could have the same body as Wolverine and still be a pussy. He still has to endure pain. A person could have everything that Wolverine has, but if he can't get through the pain that comes with it, he can never embody Wolverine for real. The mentality is what makes us powerful. The mentality is what makes us able to exceed expectations that people never. You know what? I think I'm done here. Somebody else take over. Is what makes us able to exceed expectations that people never thought we could reach. Like the woman lifting the car off the baby. She is clearly not strong enough to do that. Yes, adrenaline plays some part in it, but most people wouldn't even have attempted to do that or would have gave up mid-struggle. Willpower. power. It is quite literally fuel for us. And no, not as a metaphor, actually. And if my talk of willpower doesn't resonate with you, just know it's okay, because you're the type of person that will never get picked for the gorilla challenge. We need capable men from any category, so be gone. Throughout this rant, all I'm really trying to say is, would y'all gather 100 pussy niggas to fight the gorilla? No. Because, you know, even if they had a chance, even the slightest chance, they just gonna run away and panic. It's just so funny to see some of the people that are talking about this, based off the way some of y'all are talking and how some of y'all even look. Most of y'all wouldn't even be good in a fight against the average man. Y'all hopping online talking about us losing to the gorilla. Have you ever even thrown a single punch before? Have you ever got punched in your face? Have you ever had to take an ass beating? If none of those happened to you, shut the up. Especially some of them TikTok niggas, boy, making whole segments, but probably never had to fight somebody bigger than them. And I could tell you I did no research. Let me just ask, would y'all even take a crack at me? Thinking or saying no? Stay out of this debate. This is for grown folks. Besides strength, y'all know we need the brains. People to come up with strategies, tactics, making groups of fives, creating distractions, going for the weak spot like the eyes. We just need people who are gonna think of shit like this. Like me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing all this talk up, but I swear I'm gonna be one of the last people to go in. I'm being hot and y'all not gonna find me, I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all, once we go for the eyes and he's blind, like what else is going to happen? What can he do? He's swinging haphazardly until he's tired. And also, I seen some women saying that we're just gonna straight out lose and facts and blah 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 blah. Now ladies, I'm gonna be respectful, but I need y'all to stay out of this. Because 100 of y'all couldn't even take out one fat nigga. Look at the proof right here, I'm showing y'all. It's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke. I'm playing, I'm really playing. I love women more than anything. Come on now, look, remember when I mentioned the woman that lifted up the car off her baby? The beautiful ladies of this earth are capable of some of the most amazing things. And just as capable as men. But remember, we just need steel-minded people, some strategic thinking, sacrificial lambs, and some teamwork. That's all we need. Let me just show y'all somebody I would pick for the challenge. Just look, just look. On to the next. Now this aspect is the most crucial and least talked about, but this won't be as long as the first part. But where the hell are we at? What environment are y'all imagining when y'all talking about this scenario? But first, let's just remember terms and conditions 3. There's no escape. So let's just imagine there's a dome around this whole entire scenario. A simulation type thing, like have y'all seen the movies and TV shows? So now we got the dome for no escape. What's the environment y'all want to put us in? Y'all can do y'all worst. But for right now, I'm gonna pick the worst case scenario. Open field with nothing around us. Humans are still winning regardless. Now I will say this, we're gonna be down to our last 5, but we still have a victory. 100 people is way more than what y'all think it is. Here's a little perspective. This is all without environment. You give us a forest, you put us in any place that has debris, objects, sticks, rocks, which is almost anywhere in this world. Or if you want to put them in a concrete jungle of New York, you're for sure getting impacted. There's too many places to hide. That's my main point. We have so many places to hide if we are in an environment with debris and structures around us. Now, of course, we need people who are going to think of stuff like this, which should be obvious. Again, you're not going to pick 100 stupid niggas for this challenge, are you? Like, why are people putting these type of people in this scenario? Like, I don't get it. With any environment with some type of structure and any debris around we could use as weapons, like, why would anybody see a rock on the floor and not pick it up in this challenge? And we gonna use those sticks to poke him in the eye. And plus, remember, there's no time limit to this. I ain't seen nobody talk about time. So now we got item drops, places to hide, and using our hiding spots to rest and plan with the unlimited time we have. Anytime he chases us, it's either every man for himself or into groups of 5. A lot of people aren't taking into account that the environment is our biggest helper in this situation. It's been our biggest helper for centuries. And yes, even now, think about it. When we start a new job, we're new and we don't know what to do. But as time goes on, or even in that first day, you're gonna pick up some things. You're gonna start adapting to the environment. You got a business meeting and then you try to look presentable going there. You enter the building, now you're walking different, you're talking different. You become a whole different person than who you actually are. Certain people adapt slower than others. But we're adapting constantly, no matter what y'all think. In this simulation, some people are gonna see some of us die. And since this is a priority, this is an objective, ain't no choice of getting away. They're gonna adapt to their surroundings. They're gonna make new plans. I just hope y'all see what I'm getting at. The setting is so crucial, but nobody talked about where we're at. This will help y'all points a lot more than our outlandish shit y'all be saying. On to the next. So now it's time for the star, the gorilla. Go ahead and get y'all water, take y'all breaks, 'cause I've been talking for a minute. Alright, for this section, we're just gonna be focused on the stats of the gorilla. Let's start with strength and get that out the way. Now, these monsters could lift 4 to 10 times their size. Remember earlier in the video when I said they could snap leopards in half? That is for sure true. They can rip down small trees, crush crocodile skulls, and bend iron and steel bars. I won't lie to y'all, when I was looking up all the strength feats, everything I mentioned came up. So then I was like, you know, let me get some evidence for this. Let me back this up. And I couldn't find not a single piece of evidence. Not only that, there's only one study for gorillas being tested in strength. The test is stated to be done in 1924. And I honestly can't even find any information about the test. Tried to look up the test from 1924, nothing. At least from what we know. The myth of a gorilla lifting over 3,000 to 4,000 pounds is just straight exaggeration from the 1920s. You know how many myths and stories they made up? Why you think we got King Kong? Now all of that got carried on to the present. Now you got niggas thinking that King Kong and a gorilla are the exact same thing. When in reality, they only lifting up to 2,000 pounds. Plus, King Kong not even a gorilla. He's just a different type of ape. Get your facts straight. Just to put strength into perspective, do you think a gorilla could tip over a truck? Yeah, no. Can 100 people tip over a truck? They actually can. Up next is speed. All we gotta know is they run 20 to 25 miles per hour and that they have fast twitch muscles with longer muscle fibers and higher density than humans, allowing them to exert force over a larger range of motion. It just means they have explosive movements, durability, and defense. Gorillas have dense bones and very tough muscles, so they could take a lot of lethal hits and still survive. But fun fact, their skin is just the same as ours, so they could be hurt with sticks and rocks just like us. We could even try to make fire to burn a gorilla. These are our only ways of seriously hurting a gorilla. Alright, let's make this quick. Stamina, fighting style, intelligence. For stamina, they're only meant for short bursts. Can't run for long because of their weight. Significantly less stamina than humans. They do ground pound attacks because they cannot form a punch, so biting is their main attack. They know how to use tools. It can recognize when it's in danger, and that's all we need to know. Can't really gauge our stats because everybody's different, so it just depends on who's in this challenge. Alright, finally the goal. A lot of people keep forgetting that the goal is to just kill them. Casualties do not matter. Our families do not matter. Our lives do not matter. This is a mission for the pride of humanity and for the pride of all men everywhere. I know some of you niggas don't have pride posting shit like this, but it's okay. This ain't for you. But this section will be just me giving out a scenario that I think we actually have a chance in. So listen, first, Settle down.
Oos. Alright, no, go to sleep. Shh.
Shout out to Uncle Dijon, he funny as hell. But for real though, let's say we in the jungle and all 100 of us see a gorilla out in the open. We get first hit since gorillas are peaceful by nature. They'll see a group of humans and just walk right past them. And that's our time to plan. So I'm making groups of 5s. And let's put on some music. Now, hold on. I know, hold on. It may sound stupid. We need some type of distraction or something to keep his attention away from everybody. In our first group of 5s, y'all gonna have to sing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Y'all can hum, make a beat, sing, tap dance. It don't matter. Y'all better become the Temptations. Y'all better become Y'all better be sounding like the cast of Sinners. So while this is going on, a number of things could happen. He could just start singing and dancing. He might get entertained. He just stops and looks. He could potentially walk up to us. Or he could just go berserk and try to kill them in a blind rage. This one study at the Buffalo Zoo showed that gorillas can react to music and actually like it. Some react and some don't, but never nothing aggressive. So with this one, we just gonna have to be lucky. And if he does go berserk and try to kill y'all, there's 95 more of us hot and ready to go. Rest in peace to those 5, but we got a mission. Once he's distracted, we're gonna have 2 people behind him ready to sneak up on him, equipped with sticks to gouge his eyes out. They'll hide him in their back pocket while another group stays on the side close enough for if they butcher the attempt. So while he's all distracted, we get 2 people to jump on his back, hold on to his neck, and just start stabbing him in the eye. Now that's 70% of the work done. For right now, I'm gonna say we just use range attacks the whole entire time. Get sticks, get rocks, and after some time, he'll become severely hurt. And remember, we in the forest with it, which is the only time anybody will encounter a gorilla in the first place. So yes, we do have sticks and rocks around us. We'll hide behind trees and bushes and just keep throwing rocks and sticks at him. And we really don't have to hide anyway. He can't see us. We just gotta make sure he ain't charging at us. So while we're constantly moving around while still attacking him, even if he tries to run, he ain't getting far. Remember, we have way more stamina than a gorilla. Then he's gonna get to a point of exhaustion. Once he's like that, we got him for sure. Cause who you gonna chase after? He can't see. So we just gonna keep throwing stuff using range attacks the whole entire time. Eventually he gonna be on the ground looking pathetic trying to block the attack. Ain't no use, he'll be too weak to even do anything. While all of this has happened, he's blind, we're following him, keeping our distance, and continuing range attacks. This is a plan that cannot fail since he's blind. And once he touches that ground, we gotta get all 100 people to just start wailing at him. He will be exhausted and wounded, unable to even defend himself because he can't even see. And that could give us enough time to make a fire. Then we burn him when he's blind, and that's game over. Now, getting into all the details will make this video hours long, so I just hope y'all just get the general idea of what I'm trying to say. I'm clearly on the side of 100 humans, and my main reason for making this video was the pure anger I felt from all these horrendous takes. So hopefully y'all learned something from this, and I want to hear y'all thoughts and opinions as well. But if all of this talk wasn't enough for y'all, here's what Casual Geographic had to say.
The tweet that started all this said, "Dedicated to that shit. Surely if men can watch bunkmates get blown to bits in a war, then you can find 100 willing to die by the gorilla. If they can withstand the visceral reaction of seeing jaws getting detached, limbs getting dislocated, and a field of open fractures, 100 men would definitely beat a gorilla."
And if y'all don't like that, here's some real live gorilla experts.
What do the experts say? Our next guest has over 2 decades of experience studying and researching gorillas.
On the internet, I talk about gorillas all day long, so I love that other people are talking about them as well. I have to say that I would be on the side of the humans in this case. Gorillas come to this with, a ton of power. They've got incredible jaw strength, but I think the sheer number of humans that they would be up against, and the fact that humans could hopefully coordinate their behavior, tag team, take a little bit of a rest while the gorilla would just be going full steam the whole time, would really put the advantage in for the humans.
With all that being said, I'm taking 100 John Cena for the challenge.